This is MC Tone from the 757 Spin Number the Truth. Back to y'all with another video. And today, it's the Kansas City Chiefs, man. The reigning Super Bowl champions, man. I'm sorry I forgot y'all. How could I forget the Kansas City Chiefs? Especially what y'all did in the Super Bowl. And not even the Super Bowl, the playoffs. Let's start with the playoffs, man. The comeback in every single game. The way that Patrick Mahomes and that Andy Reid offense is unexplainable. That's a rare, that's like a phenomenon in football. What we just seen was a phenomenon. The Kansas City Chiefs created a phenomenon in football. Because that offense, and that shows how explosive Patrick Mahomes is. If he's like the Steph Curry of football, you know, because at one moment he can shoot 0 for 10, and then next thing you know, he's hitting you with like seven 3-pointers. And that's what Patrick Mahomes does. He just hits you with boom, bam, bam, bam. And next thing you know, you look up the score, you had him 21-0 or 24-0. Now you look up, it's 28-24. Then it's 45-28. You're like, damn. And Texans fans know too much about it, man. And the Kansas City Chiefs, man, I think this is their division to win. They still pretty got the same squad back. The defense is locked up. They got a lot of their key contributors locked up. And they're talking dynasty. And to me, you should be talking dynasty with the Kansas City Chiefs, man. There's no team that's as talented as them and has a talented quarterback like them, except probably the Cowboys, but with a less talented quarterback in Dak Prescott. Even though Dak Prescott's good, but he's not on the level of Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is on a level right here, and here's everybody else. And I'm sorry to say that, but I've never seen a quarterback like a Patrick Mahomes before throw the football like that. Not even an Aaron Rodgers, the way he's just that explosive. You know what I mean? Especially being so young and being his fourth year, fourth year in this league. That's crazy for you. I've never seen that. And I've been watching football since I was 8 years old. He's a special type of quarterback, and you can definitely see that. He missed a few games last year, bounced back. I was so happy that Andy Reid won that Super Bowl. They're coming back with a lot of contributors. You got Clyde, Sinclair, Helaire, out of LSU, the running back. And so the rich just got richer. They're going to go back to the run game. They didn't have they let go of a Kareem Hunt after domestic abuse, and they lost Damian Williams. I know they lost Kareem Hunt last year, but they now lost Damian Williams, who you could have argued he could have been a Super Bowl MVP last year. But now you got a Patrick Mahomes. The run game is going to be even better than what it is last year, because Clyde Helaire, to me, is definitely going to be special, man. He's definitely going to be special, and he's going to be used all over the field. He's just a good runner. He runs with balance. For a guy so short, he does run with a little bit of power behind him. So definitely the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be good. I like the pickup of Willie Gay Jr. at linebacker, because I really think y'all need depth at the linebacker position. Let me get on with the Kansas City Chiefs, man. The Kansas City Chiefs, man. Head coach Andy Reid, man. Andy Reid won that Super Bowl. He finally got that monkey out of the back, won the big game. Good shout out to them for even trying to for moving up to get Patrick Mahomes and taking that big risk, and knowing that maybe Alex Smith is not going to take him over the top, even though Alex Smith is good. But maybe they just said Patrick Mahomes is special. And I think a lot of people need to realize that in the league. Why not move up into the draft when you see a quarterback that you really love and you know that's so special? Look at the Bears. The Bears, come on, man. Y'all missed on Deshaun Watson, and y'all missed on Patrick Mahomes. And to me, I watched Mr. Trubisky coming out of college. He played at North Carolina. He didn't really show anything that was really too special to me. I didn't see games where I was like, whoa, Mitch blew it out the water. And I was just a little confused of why he was probably a solid, but he didn't win a national championship game like a Deshaun Watson. He didn't throw for a crazy amount of yards and crazy amount of touchdowns. I know he's playing the air raid system as Patrick Mahomes, but you can see now that talent, what that talent was, and having him a year to sit underneath Alex Smith and to learn the Andy Reid system, it definitely shows that it pays off. And let me get on with the draft picks. And let me another thing. Steve Spagnuolo, great. He did a great job with that defense. because the first year that Patrick Mahomes started off, that defense was terrible to me, very terrible. It was not good at all. And he came in there, he fixed some things around. They played hard. The Tyrann Mathieu pickup was great, a great signing for them. Having the Honey Badger, to me, I think it was fool for the Texans to let him go. But you can definitely see why they locked him up. They locked him up. So draft picks, like I said, Clyde Edward Helaire to me is definitely gonna be part of this explosive offense. You got Willie Gay Jr. He's gonna probably be starting the linebacker position. You got offensive tackle Lucas Nyang. He's gonna be out with the coronavirus opt out. You got safety Jarius Sneed, defensive end Mike Donna, and you got the 7th-round quarterback Thacarius Keys. Some free agent signings. Y'all re-signed DeMarcus Robbins. Y'all got basically all 4 wide receivers back. That's kind of scary, man. Y'all got that chemistry. So he got all his targets back. And another thing is the Kansas City got all their staff back. I think pretty much all their staff back. And you got you got Eric the Enemy. Excuse me if I think that's his name. His first name. But you got Andy Reid back. You got Steve Spagnuolo. They just re-signed both of them. So this offense is all put together to make another Super Bowl run. And they should be the Super Bowl favorites, man. They're definitely going to be explosive, especially if they don't, it's going to be because of Patrick Mahomes or some major injuries. But I don't see why not. They won't get back to the Super Bowl. Like I said, Mike Rimmers, he's going to probably be competing still for the spot on the offensive line. The offensive line is, to me, it's still pretty good. But your right tackle... your right tackle Laurent Duvernay, he did the opt out, the coronavirus opt out. He was a doctor, very very respected move, man. I don't have no problem with that. But that's a very huge part of the offensive line where your starting right guard is missing. You got Anthony Hamilton at the cornerback position. You got the backup Chad Henne. Ricky Seals Jones is definitely tight end behind Travis Kelcie, another great move. He's going to be have some key targets. You got DeAndre Washington, another running back, and Rashad Breeland. He's going to be missing a few games. He got in a little trouble this offseason, sadly. Offensive rankings, this is not a shocking right here. Time of possession plays 25th. They score so fast, so does that really even matter? Time of possession 27. Like I said, it's too explosive. Points 5, yards 6, passing yards 5th, passing touchdowns 5th, rushing yards 23rd, overall rushing touchdowns 13, red zone touchdowns 20, overall touchdowns 6. The offense ranked number 2. I wouldn't surprise if it's ranked number 1. You got a Patrick Mahomes, like I've said, and Andy Reid calling those plays. I think it's just this offense is just one of the greatest offense we ever seen. Maybe the sky falls on them this season, but like I said, it's going to take a lot for that. And the rich got richer with Clyde Edward Helaire, man. He's definitely going to be a very key contributor of that team. You got defense ranking number 9, and that was the biggest improvement that the Chiefs need to make for a Super Bowl run, man. Was the defense. The defense was letting them down during when they faced the Patriots 2 years ago, and now that they got their defense and they just signed Chris Jones back, that was a big signing for them. Patrick Mahomes, I guess, he took that long 10-year, $500 million contract, but it did save the Kansas City some money to lock up some of their guys on the defense side of the ball. Points 7th, yards 17, passing yards 8, passing touchdowns 8, rushing yards 26, rushing touchdowns 17, red zone touchdowns 15, overall touchdowns 10th, time of possession 26th. They were top 5 in interceptions and 11 in sacks, man. Like I said, the defense was the biggest problem for the Kansas City Chiefs, and now they definitely got better. So shout out to them. Like I said, some key contributors. You got a Super Bowl and MVP quarterback with Patrick Mahomes. You got a Tyreek Hill. You got the whole track team basically. Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, McCole Hardman, who I think is going to have a big season. So watch out for him. You got Travis Kelcie, probably the best tight end in football. You got Eric Fisher and Mitchell Schwartz, 2 solid offensive linemen. Kelcie Osmeli, I'm kind of curious. what do y'all think about that signing, man? I think he signed with the Jets last year, didn't really get too much production. He's in the backside of his career, so I'm wondering, are they going to have problems with that? So I'm just like, ooh, it's kind of yikes with when you're guard and you got Kelcie on Osmelly playing starting in for your right guard. So, and he's on the downside of his career. No offense to him, he was a very good offensive lineman, but I just think at one point, but he's just on the downside of his career. I like Alex Okafor at a defensive end position. You got Chris Jones, you got Derek Nad, you got Frank Clark, who's gonna make some noise again. You got Anthony Hitchens, a solid linebacker. You got Tyrann Mathieu. Yeah, I signed Taco Charlton, but I'm just worried that he got cut by the Cowboys. He got cut by the Dolphins, so just a little worried. Juan Thornhill and Rashad Fenton, and Charius Ward. I'm just a little worried about the secondary. Besides somebody like the Honey Badger, it gives me a little cause of concern for them, and a little bit on the offensive line. But other than that, the Chiefs should be straight, man. This is, like I said, this is a complete team. You got to beat the champs to be the champs, and like I said, they're the best team, man. Baltimore is probably going to try to step to them, but they beat Baltimore twice in Lamar's rookie year and last year, man. And I just don't know if the Baltimore can do it, especially when you have the Patrick Mahomes, man. Especially what he's done, he's very proven that what he can do. And one thing about this dynasty, it's not like it's an arrogance about it, though. I think they're just confident knowing what kind of team they are. It's not an arrogance to them. They're just, I think, stating the truth. We're talented. Most of their guys are still young. They're coming back healthy. The defense is looking still pretty good. It's going to be solid. So I just don't see why they can't make another Super Bowl run. The chemistry is still good. And you got a top play caller and Andy Reid. You got the staff coming back. So just watch out for the Kansas City Chiefs, man, for repeating that Super Bowl champs, man. I definitely believe that they can do it. So just let me know. Share your comments. Like, subscribe if you like the video. Do you think the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl favorites? Because right now, I do believe they're the Super Bowl favorites and going back in the AFC. I know Baltimore might have the chance, but like I said, you gotta see how Lamar does in the playoffs. I think Lamar can step up in the playoffs, but it's going to be definitely a big fight between those two to see who's going to take over the AFC, and that's a rivalry that's going to be fun to watch. So let me know. Tone out. Thank you.